Welcome back to my Make Believe Cooking Show. I'm Jen from Jen's Extraordinary Life, and today we're going to take just a regular box brownie mix and we are going to kick it up a notch, and so we're going to make it extra. That's kind of what I do. Here's what you're going to need. Any box brownie mix. I love the double fudge, and then whatever it calls for to mix it up. So this one calls for 1 egg, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, and 1/3 cup of water. And that's what it calls for. And then what we're going to add to it is a teaspoon of peppermint extract. And these morsels by Toll House, they are really, I think, to go on top of hot chocolate. But maybe not. It shows cookies on the package. They are a mix of milk chocolate, chocolate chips, some swirled peppermint squares, and marshmallow. So it's like hot chocolate, peppermint hot chocolate to the brownie. So I'm gonna add that to it, and then some powdered sugar on the top just after it comes out, and that's it. So we're gonna get started. It says to preheat your oven to 350. I have done that. And then I am making this in one of these disposable 8x8 pans because I'm giving this to a friend today. So I'm gonna spray the pan, the bottom of the pan with Pam. Then I'm gonna dump, oven's preheated. Gonna dump my cake mix in here. Oh, and it comes with this packet of fudge. So let's see, I'm just gonna read these directions here. It says, preheat your oven, we did that. Spray your pan. Knead the double fudge packet 15 times before opening to soften it. So let's do that. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna get some scissors. All right, so I don't know if that's 15 times, it could be more. Okay, I am going to stir together brownie mix. And this one is my favorite, my husband's favorite, because it's got the fudge in it. So, but you can use whatever brownie mix you like. I've used all kinds of them. So the brownie mix, the fudge packet, the egg, the oil, and the water. You just stir it all together, it says, until it's blended, about 50 strokes. Then pour it in the pan and bake it. So we're gonna kick it up a notch before we put it in the oven to bake it. All right, so there's our little packet. We're going to add our water. I've already measured 1/3 cup of water here. I need 1/3 cup of oil. I am using vegetable oil, which is what it calls for. You could use canola if you desire. I think you can use applesauce. I'm not sure about that, but people have told me that you could use applesauce instead to make it a little healthier. But don't quote me on that because I do not know. All right, so 1 egg. These eggs came from my sister's chickens. They're so good. She claims you can't tell the difference, but she's wrong. You can. Fresh eggs are the bomb. We are going to now add 1 teaspoon of this peppermint extract. And 1 teaspoon goes a long way. That is gonna be very minty. So keep that in mind. If you don't like it super minty, you might want to use a 1/2 teaspoon. It's very strong. All right, so we're gonna stir all this together. I like to use a fork because I feel like it breaks up those brownie pieces a little bit better when you're stirring it. This is my make-believe cooking show. So I make believe whatever I want to make believe. And I'm making believe that a fork is better for stirring brownies. So let's just do it. I could just lick that right out of the bowl. But I'm not going to. All right, so now I'm going to take a scraper. I am going to put this in this pan. And then I'm going to add the rest of that yummy goodness. So there's my 8x8. Just dumping it in there. Getting every last drop of that peppermint. Right, so now we've got our, can you see all those? Yummy. See how it's got a little peppermint? So I just take it. I've got about 1/4 cup poured out here. It's going to bake down into it a little bit, but I do like for them to be visible on the top so you can kind of see the little peppermint swirls and everything. Isn't that cute? This is really, really cute around Christmas time and everything, but I am a peppermint fan, I'm not gonna lie, so I make it whenever I feel like making it. Now, another thing I have been known to do to make this even more extra is take some colored sugar like you would sprinkle on a sugar cookie and then add that to it as well. So like if this was Christmas time, I probably would take some green colored sugar and add that to it. But I'm not going today because it's still fall and that might be kind of weird. So we're gonna pop this in the oven. It says in an 8x8 pan, this will cook for 32 to 35 minutes. Now I like my brownies a little bit chewy. So we're gonna put these in for 29 minutes and check them. It's also in this tinfoil pan, so it's gonna cook a little bit faster. You wanna put them in until your toothpick comes out clean. So I'm actually going to set this on a baking sheet only because this pan is a little flimsy. If I was using my regular glass pan that I usually use to make brownies, I wouldn't do that. All right, so I will be back in 29 minutes or so when they're ready, and I'm gonna show you the final step. All right. Okay, these just came out of the oven. They smell delicious. Still really hot, but the marshmallows look nice and toasted. You can see the little peppermint chips in there. I can smell the chocolate and the peppermint. And so I could leave it like this because it's really cute, but this is my extraordinary life, right? So I need to be a little extra. So this is just a powdered sugar shaker. You could use, if you didn't have a shaker like that, you could put some powdered sugar in one of these strainers and put it on there. But I'm just going to lightly dust this with just a little bit of powdered sugar, which is going to give it just a little bit more sweetness and look a little bit like snow on the top.
Your peppermint brownies timing is done.
They're done. Look at that. So that's it. There you have it. They're beautiful. They're ready to go. These are going to be a great dessert to go with the soup that I made for some friends of mine, and hope they enjoy it. Let us know in the comments if you make this, if you try it. Let us know how it turned out for you. It's one of my favorite, but I am a mint lover, so I never know.